LeChuck!
Guybrush!
I would have bet my good hand I'd never say this, but thank you
For what? I've caused you nothing but despair.
for taking the fall back there, and for exposing the voodoo lady. I don't know what to make of any of it, but now I can focus on saving Elaine and dealing with the pox.
It is the very least I could do. But be careful, Guybrush.
I'm always careful.
This from the guy who proposed to his wife with a cursed engagement ring you stole from my hold?
Is that a dig? Is the evil demon pirate LeChuck developing a sense of humor? This is weird. Really, thanks again.
You don't need to thank me, my friend. I merely spoke the truth. They say that truth is the greatest barnacle scrubber you know.
Where have you been? I thought you were with Elaine.
Well, after leaving Spinner Cay, Elaine and I set out to finish releasing all those monkeys I'd captured. After we were finished releasing the last of them, Elaine caught wind of your trial, went into a poxed rage, seized a passing clam schooner, and made a beeline for Flotsam Island.
That's my girl.
Needless to say, I took my own vessel and headed after her. But in the middle of the night, my ship was sunk by a rogue wave. I was washed up on an island of cannibals, from whom I deftly escaped, using many of the self-same skills you taught me back on the Jerkbait Islands.
You know, it's amazing how easily man-eating tribes can be reasoned with.
Knowing I needed to get here more than ever, I lashed together a few bits of cannibal leftovers and warthog sinew to build a makeshift raft. Unfortunately, that was soon eaten by the sharks.
Oh no!
So I swam. I swam as fast as I could for 3 days.
And arrived just in time to save me from the gallows. Nicely done, buddy. Kudos to your swim instructor.
I was fueled by the fire of our budding friendship.
Have you seen Elaine?
No, not since she left me in a poxed rage.
She's been doing a lot of that lately. So you haven't seen Elaine then?
I'm afraid not. She's quite a handful.
You're telling me. All those thwarted attempts to marry her might have been blessings in disguise, huh? I can't believe the voodoo lady has been pulling your ghostly / demonic strings all these years.
It came as a shock to me as well. But her diary spells it all out. You, me, Elaine, we're all part of the voodoo lady's malevolent plans.
Malevolence is in the eye of the beholder, Guybrush Threepwood. I know this is difficult to understand, but things are not as they seem.
No, things seem remarkably convoluted, which is what I've come to expect from you.
I've always had your best interests at heart.
Well, what about my interests? Without your meddling, I could have lived a normal, happy pirate's life.
Ha! The destiny of LeChuck has never been normal.
How about the mountain of ice on the roller coaster of the damned? She was behind that?
Especially that.
I risked life, limb, and manatee to get La Esponja Grande, and it's a puny, worthless lump.
What?
Soak up the gargantuan wonder that is La Esponja Grande.
That is La Esponja Grande? But wasn't it supposed to hold infinite amounts of voodoo?
I know. What a crock.
The size of the sponge is meaningless. It is what you do with it that matters.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
you fight like a... The
sponge is still small.
Most unfortunate.
Sit tight, buddy. Once I save Elaine, you're next.
Don't worry about me.
Hey, you!
Hello, Threepwood.
You sent me on a wild albatross chase for La Esponja Grande and promised me it would cure the pox. But after fending off sexually ambiguous merpeople, a giant manatee, and your crazy ex-boyfriend, what do I get for my trouble? This sorry excuse for a kitchen sponge.
La Sponja.
I noticed you strategically left out the Grande from this worthless piece of junk. Once it cured my piddly leftover pox, it didn't have enough mojo left to cure Elaine.
It's not worthless. It is merely young. It must be brought to maturity in order to reach its voodoo-absorbing potential.
Brought to maturity? How I supposed to do that? Give it a talk about the sponge birds and sponge bees?
Like all infants, La Esponja needs nourishment. It must be fed 6 special voodoo courses to bring it to adult size.
What sort of meal is that?
A feast for the senses. The menu, Treepwood. Take it, and serve the sponge a meal unlike any other.
And then?
It will grow.
Hey, neat. There's a map of the Flotsam Jungle on the cover. No more listening to bees and birds and boars for this mighty pirate. I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket. Hey, you! Again!
Hello, Treepwood.
You've been lying to me about LeChuck all these years.
My ways are my own, Guybrush, but rest assured I have never lied to you.
You're lying right now! All this time, I thought LeChuck was an inhuman monster. Actually, he was an inhuman monster, but only because you made him that way.
Did I? Or was I merely playing my role in a much larger play?
Stop trying to confuse me. We're tired of being puppets in your chess game.
This is no game, Treepwood.
You corrupted LeChuck and sent him out to torment me and Elaine for years. I'll never trust you again.
I don't require your trust, Treepwood. Only your heroism.
You've been lying to...
My ways are my...
You're lying right now!
Did I?
Stop!
This is no game.
About this feast for the senses,
What would you like to know?
the first course in the feast for the senses, the napkin. What's up with that?
The table must be set with an eye-catching napkin to entice the sponge's hunger.
The antipasta? Explain.
With the table set, a powerful aroma must encourage the appetite to grow.
I think my nose has been in shock since traversing the inside of a manatee.
I'm sure you will find something.
Can you give me any more insight about the antipasta?
I can't say what exactly would be appropriate for the Feast of the Senses. Fetid sweetmeats, perhaps. Dry, aged deep within the jungle. Something of that nature.
Oh, appetizing. Can you tell me about the palate cleanser?
Before the main course, the palate must be scalded clean by a powerful taste.
Ooh, like grog?
No, not at all like grog.
Palate cleanser.
Something of such grand flavor as to send the senses back to square one.
Big flavor. Got it. I'm still drawing a blank about the powerful taste.
I sense it somewhere in Club 41.
The antipasta? Explain.
With the table set, a powerful aroma must encourage the appetite.
I think my nose has been in shock.
I'm sure
It says here that course 4, the main course, is the sixth sense. That doesn't even make sense.
but it does. For where the other 5 senses are limited to the finite experiences of the present, the sixth sense satiates the appetite for the infinite possibilities of the future.
The future? How do I feed something the future?
You already hold the answer to that question.
This sixth sense business is all pretty abstract.
You must find something that will allow the sponge to sense the future. As I said, you already possess the key to finding it.
What about the dessert? This is one hungry sponge.
What is your favorite thing about dessert, Guybrush?
Running out before the check arrives?
No, it is the pleasurable shock of something different.
Ah. So the sponge needs a big shock for dessert.
Yes.
It says the feast for the senses ends with a bellowing belch.
Do not worry about this. If you provide La Esponja the first 5 courses, the location of the final course will undoubtedly reveal itself.
Ah, my favorite type of responsibility. The one that takes care of itself. It says the feast for the senses ends with a bellowing belch.
Do not worry about this. If you provide
Ah, my favorite type. Alright, enough about the feast for now. I met Coronado de Cava.
My beloved, how was he?
Mad. Bipolar. Life ruined. Just another pawn sacrificed in your theater of the damned.
I never meant to cause him harm.
Sure you didn't. Come on, admit it. You were manipulating Coronado.
Coronado was never touched by my voodoo, even though he sometimes begged to be.
I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing anymore, so I'll just shut up. So, when I was with Decava, you might have felt something strange happen.
Ah, you are no doubt alluding to your brief possession of my physical form.
Ha! How did it feel to be the manipulate Ted instead of the manipulator for once?
It was curiously liberating.
You're weird. Try not to get executed before I cure Elaine.
As you wish.
Hey, you! Again!
Hello, Treepwood.
Have you seen Elaine? Of course, even if you have, I won't believe you.
So whether I have or have not does not matter.
Well, if you do, tell LeChuck and then have him tell me. Have you seen Elaine? Of course.
So whether I...
Well... Stan!
Threepwood! No hard feelings over all those various civil and criminal charges?
Water under the bridge.
Great.
A bridge with a fast-talking shyster/salesman dangling from it. Still trying to make a buck on my recently cleared name?
Nah, I sold all that junk to that Doro sap. I moved on to the next trial of the century. Flotsam Island versus LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady.
Yeah, how are sales going now?
Great! People can't get enough of the Voodoo Lady's murky moral ambiguity, mysterious unexplored backstory, and her ample...
La 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 la, I'm not listening, la la la.
voodoo charms. And as for LeChuck, well, let's just say the Lady Pirates love a tale of redemption. The whole bad boy made good angle.
Ah. Have the Voodoo Lady and LeChuck been put on trial yet?
Have they? It's the trial of the century!
Wait, I thought I was the trial of the century.
Yesterday's news, Threepwood.
So, what kind of case are you building against LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady?
Oh, I'm not prosecuting them. I'm defending them.
What? Why?
Why do I do anything, Threepwood? Money! Pieces of 8! Filthy lucre! That Voodoo Lady babe is loaded! Funny thing though, she only let me take the case if I defend LeChuck, too.
Funny like a peg leg. What kind of souvenirs could you possibly be making out of the Voodoo Lady and LeChuck?
Oh, ye of little faith! Feast your eyes on the all-new People vs. LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady collection!
What's this?
That's a little decorative pin I've whipped up.
Trial of the Century 2. Electric Voodoo.
We're still working on a title.
What's that one?
That's our Cursed Cutlass of Cthulhu LeChuck doll. Press the button for its special transforming glow.
What's happening?
It's a little bright.
Yeah, we're still working out a few kinks.
How are the pins coming?
How's this? Trial of the Century 2. LeChuck's Revenge.
It's been done. How are the pins coming?
How's this? Trial of the
It's...
What's happening?
What's that?
It's my entrancing Voodoo Lady dashboard good luck charm.
Disturbing. I can't believe the voodoo lady agreed to this.
And neither can I. But she said it was important to get her likeness in every pirate home.
And I'll just bet she did. I can't believe the voodoo lady...
And neither can I.
And I'll just... on second thought.
Say no more.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to sell me your eye-bending jacket.
Give up my jacket? That'd be like Samson getting a buzz cut, or King Arthur losing Excalibur, or Bluebeard dyeing himself blonde.
Huh?
Without my jacket, my salesman mojo would wither away faster than a hothouse orchid in a pizza oven.
So that's a maybe? Sure you don't want to sell me your pupil-defying jacket? It's for a good cause.
This jacket stays with Stan until it literally falls off my back, Threepwood.
Have you seen my wife?
Have I? That crazy sea devil hit me up for one of my patented and perfectly passable porcelain power pirate treasure maps before hightailing it for the jungle. If we're lucky, that thing will keep her going around in circles for weeks.
Have you seen my wife?
Have I? That crazy sea devil hit...
Filthy flying fecal flingers.
Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
Bye. Hey, WP. I told you I was innocent.
Well, bully for you! Meanwhile, we're still all poxed, there's a creepy voodoo priestess in my jail, and your wife's still threatening to sack our town. Truly, these are the best of times.
Looks like Ladies' Night has finally come to an end.
I'm thinking about canceling it in favor of something a wee bit safer. Like Ultimate Mumbly Pig Night or Amateur Tattoo Night.
If Hemlock's telling the truth about this critter, it's got a stench that could peel the barnacles off my rudder. Ouch!
Who go? Oh, it's you.
Can I go back in? I think I left several useful items in there.
Court is adjourned until the new defendants prepare their cases. Who go?
What was that?
Something sure shoved a short sword up his aft sail. Say there, unbiased citizen.
What do you want?
Have you seen my wife?
Does she have red hair, green eyes, and a mole in the shape of a cocker spaniel on her left thigh?
Yes.
Nope, haven't seen her.
See ya.
Hi there, Double Peg. Ah, how's Miss Barfy Whiskers doing?
What? Barfy Whiskers?
have you seen my wife?
I tore through here like a cat out of hell, off into the jungle,
What exactly are you doing?
trying to figure out why poor Miss Pretty Whiskers won't move for me.
She's probably just not getting enough iron in her diet. See ya. Morgan left Mr. Winslow circling the island, just outside the reach of Flotsam's winds. What the? Morgan! What happened?
Went to get your hand.
You didn't have to do that.
Had to pay you back for all the trouble. Found Jacques. He told me.
What?
He told me.
What? What did the monkey tell you? Singe. This must have been broken in the fight between Morgan and Singe. I hope the Vole escaped. Auto trepanation helmet. Ow! What? My thumb! God, Dad, blah. Ow! What the? Ow! Ah! I'm blind! Ugh. Ow! Whoa! Help? This must have been broken in the Lepidoptera flotsamus accelerus. Like many of its more common cousins, the sharp-toothed Flotsam Island moth has a penchant for noshing on articles of clothing. Where Flotsamus accelerus differs is in the pain of its bites, which can be quite annoying, and the rapidity of its meals. A swarm of flotsam moths can strip a man down to his undergarments in mere seconds, assuming the notoriously finicky moths approve of his wardrobe, of course. Did Singe murder you, too? It's locked! It looks like Singe is using my hand to make something called the jus de vie. The Vacalian wind control device? What is that creep doing with it now? That doesn't look good. It looks like Singe is using... Vampiridae flotzimus sucrosus, the flotsam jungle firefly, are a common sight in flotsam's jungles, which they never leave. Although possessing no natural enemies, the flotzimus sucrosus has a notorious sweet tooth, drawing it inexorably to bodies of sugar water. It'd take a 7-year correspondence course in mad sciencing before I'd even have a hope of fixing that thing. Darn, no more bananas. Curse you, banana god! It's broken. DeSinge will pay for this. DeSinge... The doctor is out! Out of his freaking mind, maybe. It looks like the old Vacalian wind control device has been set to suck again. But what's that tubing around its fingers all about? That's weird. This whole idol is under one of Crimp Digit's unbreakable glass bottles. I don't want to dig my hook into that. What in the name of Bluebeard's hair dye?
Hey, no poaching. I have called dibs.
I think I may be lost. Shouldn't there be a creepy voodoo shack right about there?
There was, until they came to arrest that pox-spreading voodoo lady.
What happened?
First came the flames. Poor Senor Nipperkin went up like St. Elmo's fire. Then she emerged from the conflagration, mumbling ancient curses with every regal step. I never forget the baleful stare she fixed me with as she was led away. A look condemning me to a lifetime of suffering, shame, and regret.
Spooky.
And if that wasn't bad enough, I haven't found one bit of cool voodoo stuff in the wreckage. Come on!
Mob justice can be so unfair. Even when it's burned to the ground, the voodoo lady's shack is still creepy. Looks like the light of the shack's embers has attracted a swarm of jungle moths. That probably explains what happened to the voodoo lady's rug. Even when it's burned to the... I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket. Hey, you!
Hello?
About this feast for the senses,
What would you like to know?
tell me about the napkin again.
The feast must begin with a cloth of such stunning visual stimulation that the sponge will have no choice but to dine.
Alright, enough about the feast for now. Try not to get executed before I cure Elaine.
As you wish.
I don't think they'd appreciate being impaled on my hook.
Stan,
Guybrush, old pal.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to sell me your eye-bending jacket.
Give up my jacket? That'd be like Samson getting a buzz cut, or King Arthur losing Excalibur, or Bluebeard dyeing himself blonde.
Huh?
Without my jacket, my salesman mojo would wither away faster than a hothouse orchid in a pizza oven.
So that's a maybe?
sure you don't want to sell me your pupil-defying jacket? It's for a good cause.
This jacket stays with Stan until it literally falls off my back, Threepwood.
I'd better keep away from them, or they'll strip me naked faster than you can say MA rating. I don't think so.
Hello there, uninformed man on the street.
What do you want?
Why did someone order all those tubes?
I told you not to ask me that! I told you!
See ya.
What the... What happened to Morgan's body? Vampiridae flotzimus sucrosus, the flotsam jungle firefly, are a common sight in flotsam's jungles, which they never leave. Although possessing no natural enemies, the flotzimus sucrosus has a notorious sweet tooth, drawing it inexorably to bodies of sugar water. Lepidoptera flotzimus accelerus. Like many of its more common cousins, the sharp-toothed flotsam island moth has a penchant for noshing on articles of clothing. Where Flotzimus accelerus differs is in the pain of its bites, which can be quite annoying, and the rapidity of its meals. A swarm of flotsam moths can strip a man down to his undergarments in mere seconds, assuming the notoriously finicky moths approve of his wardrobe, of course. Whoa! Uh-oh. Looks like these finicky moths won't eat a jacket that's encrusted with bacon grease, fish water, and manatee guts. Lucky me. Alright, little fellas, check out these high-def duds. Well, that's just great. The lamp's dead. At least Stan's sign is keeping the moths from returning to the jungle. Stan,
Guybrush, old pal.
can I take another look at your voodoo lady and LeChuck gewgaws?
Can't keep your eyes off him, huh?
What's that one?
That's our cursed cutlass of Kaflu LeChuck doll. Press the button for its special transforming glow.
What's happening?
It's a little bright.
Yeah, we're still working out a few kinks. Hey now, what's this? A fuzzy flying fan club? Ah! Hey, knock it off, you nutty nibblers! That hurts! Sweet fancy Moses! Ow! 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 Ouch! Well, that was one heck of an experience, eh, Threepwood? It's a good thing old Stan always keeps a few spare jackets in the back office, or I'd be defending my clients in the Altogether. Say, that's not a bad idea. Stan S. Stanman, naked attorney at law. You've got nothing to hide, and neither does he. No time to chat, Threepwood. I've got business cards to print.
Sweet. You know, when I dreamed of becoming a mighty pirate, I never imagined that one day I'd be tying eye-popping napkins around the non-existent necks of mystical sponges. I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket. Hey, you!
Hello?
About this,
What would you like?
can you give me any more insight about the antipasta?
I can't say what exactly would be appropriate for the Feast of the Senses. Fetid sweetmeats, perhaps. Dry, aged deep within the jungle. Something of that nature.
Oh, appetizing. All right.
$18, $19, $20, and X marks the... Grr. When I get me hands on that plaid-coated scallywag, I'm gonna rip off his waving arms and beat him to a briny pulp with them. What are you looking at?
The secret to eternal life. Le spectre de Grand César!
Doesn't look like Elaine's in any immediate danger. Hopefully she won't commit any unforgivable atrocities before I finish enlarging my pox-curing sponge. The tide must be high. I can almost reach down and touch the well water. I wonder who put this idol under glass, and why? That's weird. The trail didn't go anywhere. Jungle fireflies, nature's little spotlights. Those fireflies are so pretty, it almost makes you forget they spend half their lives as maggots. Those fireflies.
I don't want to dig my hook into that. I don't know where it's been. La Esponja Grande is only good for soaking up voodoo, like the pox. I better fold this up. That doesn't need to be illuminated. Now that I know a little bit more about the Vacalians, it appears that we're nearing the end of the Year of the Fish, and approaching the dawn of the Year of the Slightly Bigger Fish. Those fireflies are so... That's weird. Bet that's the sacrificial altar of the jungle beast that Hemlock was rambling about. La Esponja Grande is only good for soak... That doesn't need to be illuminated. Vampiridae flotzimus sucrosus, the flotsam jungle firefly, are a common sight in Flotsam's jungles, which they never leave. Although possessing no natural enemies, the Flotzimus sucrosus has a notorious sweet tooth, drawing it inexorably to bodies of sugar water. Refreshing. Refreshing. Ow! Good old C12H22011, just like Mama Threepwood used to make. Nah. I don't want to dig my hook into that. That doesn't need to be... La Spongia Grande is only... Hey, WP. Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
What'll it be?
How about another one of those Fat Island fuzzy nostrils?
Here you go. Four!
Yipes! Hey, WP. Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
What'll it be?
How about some more of those volcano shots?
Sorry, one per cup.
Morgan Le Fay's been murdered by the Marquis de Singe!
Oh my, that is troubling. She was well on her way to becoming one of me best customers.
Aren't you gonna do something?
Oh, I'm sorry, lad, but I preside over a pirate court, meting out justice exclusively for pirate-on-pirate crimes. This sounds like a case of mad scientist on privateer violence. Totally out of my jurisdiction, you see. I think there may be a court in the lower mandibles that handles such affairs, along with ninja and clown crimes, but they only convene every second Thursday. Ah!
Are you pirate enough to take the Fugu Jolokia challenge? Fugu Jolokia. Seems pretty harmless. Hey, WP. Tell me about this Fugu Jolokia challenge.
Ah! A connoisseur of peculiar culinary delights, are we?
Yes?
Then you surely have heard of the Fugu Jolokia, the hottest pepper in this world or the next.
Oh, that Fugu Jolokia.
I acquired that specimen of the Fugu pepper many years ago from a three-legged bandit named Ort, winning it from him when I was able to place me tongue on the pepper for 10 entire seconds.
How eccentric.
Since that tongue-destroying day, I vowed to pass on the pepper to the first pirate who can successfully put his tongue on the Fugu Jolokia for 11 seconds.
Okay, Pepper, prepare to meet your master. Okay, mental note. The Fugu Jolokia is hot to the touch, too.
How about a towel, sir?
Thanks. Ooh, really needed that. I don't need to use the facilities right now. Besides, that towel guy was a little creepy. Looks like Elaine and Morgan have made a dog's breakfast of your buffet.
What? That mess? Oh, pshaw, my boy! That's just the typical aftermath of our weekly ladies' night buffet table. Our lady pirates may be easy on the eyes, but heaven help you if you get between them and our bottomless salad bowl.
good thing one of these senses is taste, because all this adventuring is making me hungry. Ouch! Ow! What the? Ow! What? My thumb! God, blah. Fugu Jalokia. Hey, WP. I'd like to take the Fugu Jalokia challenge.
I thought you looked like a man of gastronomic adventure. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a challenger!
Whoopee!
Whenever you're ready, lad.
No way am I picking up that pepper with my bare hands again. Ouch! Ow! What? My thumb! God, blah. No way am I picking up that pepper with my bare hands again. Ah, now that's using your mighty pirate brain, Threepwood. Ouch. Hey, I'd like another crack at that frugal Jojo Rococo pepper.
Back into the breach, eh? Admirable spirit! Have at it!
Ouch! Ow! What's it? My thumb!
Well, bust my balustrades! Well done, Captain Threepwood! You've conquered the Fugu Jalokia and have won the right to keep it as your own.
I love a clean living and a healthy I probably got permanent glossal damage, but it was totally worth it to get my hook on that pepper. Hey, WP. Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
What'll it be?
1 grog. Neat.
Coming right up.
Bracing. Guess they decided to put the rug inside after it was cleaned. I don't want to dig my hook in. Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
You're not still upset about the whole hideously scarring your leg in a bid to seek unholy vengeance against... Hey, Krebs. Now that your case has been dismissed, care to join me in a little post-trial amicus curiae?
Was that a pickup line?
I don't know. My Latin's a little rusty. Hey, Krebs. Now that your case has been...
Was that a...
I don't know. Bye. I wonder what happened to Murray. Ouch! Ladies' Night. Club 41 open to the public. Well, that's a welcome change of pace. Ouch! Just when my opinion of the legal profession couldn't get any lower, along comes Stan. Stan!
Guybrush, old pal.
Can I take another look at your voodoo lady and LeChuck Goo-Gaws?
Can't keep your eyes off him, huh?
I can't believe the voodoo lady agreed to this.
Yeah, neither can I. But she's...
I'll just bet. I can't believe it. I'll just... How are the pins coming?
How's this? Trial of...
It's been... months.
Say...
I have no desire whatsoever to see Stan's living arrangements. Nah, sure, it'd be fun to watch them run off and stick their head in the nearest body of water, but after the third or fourth time, it'd just be a little sad. Well, that's odd. It's like a whole new map now. I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket.